Hi YouTube, my name is Rochelle and this video is all about how to embrace getting older and how to learn that getting older is not the end of the world and getting older is not the end of your life. Getting older isn't a burden, it's a privilege. And I think that is what we forget a lot of the time. People get caught up in numbers and they say, by this age, I need to have gotten my first job or made my first £10,000 or met the love of my life and got married. Don't waste your life working so hard to accomplish something that you forget to actually have a life. We need to understand that age is actually a man-made thing. And understand that there's no age where you should have everything sorted. Like, people think that, oh, through my 20s, like, I just need to work as hard as I can and by the time I'm 30, have it all together. There's people that are 60 and, like, still don't really know what they're doing because they've spent their whole life acting a certain way because they thought that's how they had to act. There's nothing that we have to do by a certain age. There's no age that we should have it all together. Getting older, I feel, is reflective on your lifestyle rather than the number on your birthday card. There's no reason to dread getting older. And if we truly are afraid of getting old, then we need to nourish and look after our bodies whilst we can, because it's not the numbers that make us old, it's our insides, like how we treat ourselves. If we spend our youth smoking and eating junk food, and if you want to do that sort of stuff, that's fine, but if you're doing that without exercising and without, you know, eating when you're 5 a day, your body will get older before it's meant to. At the end of the day, there will be a time where we do feel old and our bodies aren't as able as they used to be and our health isn't as up to scratch as it used to be, and you will look back and you'll say, oh my gosh, I wish I made the most of my youth. I think usually most of us believe that getting older means we're getting to the end of our lives. And whilst that is true, we tend to think this way in advance. Like, I see people that are like 17 and they're like, oh, I'm getting old. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you're a baby. Your life hasn't even started. But then sometimes I might do the same thing, and we do that all the time. Like, we might get to like 22 years of age and we're like, I'm getting so old, like, I'm getting old, I need to have kids soon, like, I'm getting to the end. 22 is so, like, it's actually a joke that I'm using that age, but it's because I know so many people, myself included, when I got to 22, I was like, oh my gosh, my childhood's over, I'm a real adult. It's like, you're not really though. Like, for me personally, how I overcame feeling that I was getting older was just remembering and realising that I've got so much to live for. Like, if I had everything that I thought I would have when I was older right now, what would there be for me to look forward to? So I look towards the future and getting older as an adventure and a journey rather than the end. Like, when I think about getting older, I'm never thinking about being feeble and like walking with a walking stick, because first of all, that could happen at any age. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. What could happen, you know, tomorrow? Anything can happen. I just try to enjoy the age I am now, so that when I look back, I can reminisce about the fun times and just how much I enjoyed being my age, whether that's when I was 21 or 37. I just want to be able to say, when I was that age, I was living my life, I was doing my thing, and I was having fun with it. Like, I was working hard, but I was playing harder, and I don't want that to ever stop. And also, I don't think that when you hit a certain age, you just have to stop. I've always said I dread to be one of those old lady that just wears like bootcut jeans and loafers. I feel like when people reach a certain age, they just think, oh, I'm old now, I've got to dress like a grandma because I'm a grandma now. Like, no, you dress how you feel. I'm not saying like if you're 80, then you should have your G-string hanging out. No one should be having their G-string. I don't want to see anyone's G-string on the street, whether you're 20 or 80. But I think you can still be fashionable. I saw an older lady, maybe 70, in Tesco the other day, and she had lilac hair, and I was like, your hair looks so nice. And she was like, oh, I did it by accident. All my kids are telling me that I'm crazy, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, but how comes when you reach a certain age, you're not allowed to do fun things anymore? Like, colouring your hair isn't something solely for young people. Just because you're over a certain age or you've got children doesn't mean that your life is over and now you have to follow a certain rigid path and you've just got to be boring and stay in and watch Emmerdale. Like, if you want to go out and go to a party, then you go to a party. You drop down and get your eagle up. That's no one's concern but yours. If that's what you want to do and that's what brings you enjoyment in your life, that's what you should be doing. Because at the end of the day, life is just about enjoying ourselves and like being kind to others. It isn't about working to the grave and just following a certain path, and when you're 10 you can skip, but by the time you're 14 you're not allowed to skip anywhere because you're too grown up. And like, if you're over 20 you can't laugh loud with your friends in the street because you've reached a certain age, and when you're 40 all your skirts have to go past your knees now because no one needs to see your knees. Like, who made these rules and who said that we have to follow them? Because we don't. We can do what we want and we should do what we want. I love when I see fashionable old ladies in the street and I'm like, when I'm older, I want to be you. I mean, look at Baddie Winkle. She is just living her best life. She's like 80 something and she's like got out at PVC. I mean, PVC is not for everyone, but she rocks it. Good for her. Like, she's just doing her thing. She's living young and living vibrant and living free. And I think that's what we've got to do. We've got to not be so hard on ourselves as well, and stop beating yourself up about things that you haven't done yet. If you want to do them and you believe you can do them and you work hard to do it, you will get there. It doesn't matter that you thought you were going to get there last year and you're not there yet. As long as you're trying. When we think about getting older, I believe we should, instead of thinking about the end, we should just think about how much we've still got to live for, how much happy memories we've got to look forward to, how much love, how much laughter we've got to share, and just think about all the good times we've got coming. 20 years seems like a really, really long time. But when you think about the last 20 years, it goes like that. Don't waste your time thinking about how old you are. Spend your time making the most of it, because we never know when our time will run out. And on that note, I would also say to spend time with the elderly people in your lives, because once you do reach a certain age, unfortunately, a lot of the people that you do know in your age range start to die. It's a very morbid thing to say, but it's true. It happens. And old people, you know, they're very lonely. They don't have a lot of people around all the time. So make an effort to go and see your grandparents or speak to them on the phone. Or if you don't have grandparents, the elderly people in your lives, like your great aunt or an older cousin, or volunteer to be a buddy to older people, because they've got the most interesting stories to share. They were young once, they were your age once, probably getting up to worse than you. Go and spend time with them. Go and get advice from them. And once you spend time with someone who is a lot older, you will really see how much you have to live for and how much life you've got in you. I think we just need to look around us as well and look at those younger than us and look at those older than us. I find that people older than me, I always get the most encouragement and inspiration from, because they just live their life no F's given, and they just do what they want and they enjoy their lives and they enjoy themselves, and that's what we need to be doing. Yeah, so hopefully that was helpful and you're feeling a bit younger and a bit more vibrant and you feel like you could go and, I was going to say run a marathon, but I don't even feel like doing that. So yeah, so whatever age you are, whether you're 20 or whether you're 50, you are as young as you feel. You are not old. Don't let anybody treat you like you're old. Stop telling yourself that you're old and stop telling others that they're old. Are you the old police? What, are you the elderly detective? Like, leave people alone. Live your life and enjoy it. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'm looking forward to some more videos from me. They are coming, people. Yeah, please like and subscribe, and please share with a friend. Your friend that thinks they're getting old. Let them know they're a spring chicken yet. Bye.